Welcome back.
There we go. Now it's working.
Welcome back to another mini episode. Always leaves me hanging.
Well, it's mini.
It is mini. This is like super mini.
You know, if you got a micro, that's all you can expect.
Tell him, Brian. Tell him.
Just a little doop doop, drip drip. All done.
Anyways, welcome to the micro
No.
mini episode.
Oh, I got you saying micro.
Mini episode. Welcome back.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna sit back.
What?
Get comfortable.
Oh, here we go. Brian's gonna start us off.
No. I know you got a lot pent up.
Oh, I don't know. I just think with all the videos I've seen, it's just like build up, lots of build up, and I don't think I'm gonna have the opinion that people think that I would have.
Okay.
Just by looking at me, I can only assume. But this government shutdown, I've had it up to here. I'm so over it. So fucking over it. If I hear one more fucking stupid thing about SNAP and food, which is food stamps, Section 8 housing, any type of help from the government that you don't deserve, I think I might lose it.
Okay.
I might, and I think I'm just so exhausted, Brian. All these videos, that's all it's been. I don't know why the algorithm keeps pushing these people who are admitting to have a plan of what they're going to do on November 3rd.
Yep.
Like
At Walmart.
Yeah, at Walmart.
Even though they're the champion for their no kings, yes.
I didn't know. I mean, you know that show, World's Dumbest Criminals? Like, no wonder that show doesn't run anymore, because social media, they're just on there and they're like, November 3rd, I'm going to steal what I want to steal. Or they show up with a bag and they're like, look at my bag. You think I'd wait till November 3rd to steal? Let me show you. And they start pulling all this stuff out of the bag.
Let me set up my iPhone 17 with my tripod and my lighting systems and my new nails and my...
Fucking fit in the stereotype. Like, bravo, you did an awesome job. Like, no wonder people are up in roar about all this. Like, I'm so aggravated. Like, literally, people throw an attitude, and I'm like, why are you yelling at the people in the office? Like, go to the fucking senators. Go to your constituents. You know, like, your elected officials. Like, I just don't understand. And people are so dumb to go on social media and admit that they're going to commit a crime soon. Or they've already committed the crime because they're showing what they stole. How do they not have police show up?
Depends on where they live.
Yeah, like in Cali, you can walk out with $1,000 worth of merchandise.
Most blue states, they don't do anything about
This is ridiculous.
Why do you think that big box stores are pulling out of Portland and San Francisco?
Big what?
Big box stores, Target, stuff like that.
Because of
they're
that?
Theft and loss, yeah. Because there's no accountability, no deterrence. So people are just going to do whatever they want.
Yeah, I just...
Now they're taking it out of other people's cars. They said, if I see someone coming out of the store, I'm going to take your stuff.
And you better stay out of my... One lady today, I saw a video, she was holding up, she's like, oh, you got so stereotypical. I hate it. I get so infuriated when I see you fit the stereotype. Like, you fight to not be stereotyped, and yet you're doing it. Like, come on. And so she was saying, you think you're going to stop me? Now, I don't even want to imitate her because it's just pitiful. You're not going to stop me? No way. You're not going to stop me. I'll be wearing my steel-toe boots. I'll have my helmet. And I'll have this. And I'm like, girl, what? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, and I'm just so aggravated because people are falling for this shit. Like, the intern was saying last night, of course, because she's on TikTok, and all that shit's on TikTok. And she was like, I feel really bad. And I was like, don't feel bad for these people that are taking advantage of the system. Because that's all we're seeing. All these people get on there and they're like the ones that take advantage. And they feel like they have a right to get clout for this. Like, make money off of these videos. Get the likes, get the comments. And I'm just like, you are the reason we are in this situation. Because you're taking advantage of the system. One lady got on there, she goes, I've been on food stamps, EBT, SNAP for 15 years, and you're going to take it away? 15 fucking years?
So it took it away like 10 years ago.
15 years. and what is your disability, or what is it that you can't find a job? And she was like, because I don't make enough income. Okay, are we not trying to better ourselves?
Nope.
Is this a program? And this is gonna, yes, it is a program to keep you in a box and not grow personally, not get a better career or anything, as people are realizing with all these people doing these stories and selfie videos and whatnot. You're telling me in 15 fucking years you didn't better yourself. You didn't get a promotion at work. You didn't ask for more hours. You didn't get a better job. You didn't save money. Like, you didn't. What? 15 years of living a life like that? And I'm not saying she was living a bad life, but as a human being, don't you want to better yourself? Do you remember when back in the day it was like an embarrassment to have EBT and SNAP?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't want anyone to know.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I don't have government assistance. I don't live in Section 8. I don't live in the projects, you know? Like, I'm not poor.
You made fun of at school, everything.
Yeah, and now it's like, oh, look at me, I'm fucking poor. Give me money. Mutual funding. Like, these are all new terms I've learned because of TikTok. Because of people taking advantage of the system. And the audacity, that's the thing that, how do you go on, hey guys, I've been on SNAP for 15 years, and I pay $50 a month in rent because I'm Section 8, and it's been from generation to generation that we've had SNAP and Section 8. What? That's embarrassing.
I would want to ask because, well, times have been tough for the last 3 or 4.
Yeah.
What'd you do for the other 8 or 9? When times weren't that tough? Remember when that president was there that you loved, and the economy was basically okay? What was your excuse then? Because everyone's wanting to blame just the current man now.
Yeah.
They didn't blame the last administration for hitting 42-year highs in inflation, having CPI numbers go through the roof, and oil and gas go through the roof. They didn't care about that, and supply chain shortages, chickens dying all over the place, all that stuff, cattle shortages where all those cattle were dropping dead everywhere, so the price of meat skyrocketed. They don't care about any of that. It's just, where's my freebie? Where's my hand? And that's the thing that's so wild is that they get on the street saying, no kings, and then they do exactly what subjects of a kingdom do.
Socialists.
Which go to the government on your knees with your hands out saying,
help me.
Where's my food?
Feed
Where's
me.
my assistance? Oh, benevolent God, government, please make sure that I can survive because I wouldn't know what to do. And our government's never, I had this problem when it was COVID. Because remember, we've always said, COVID, it was always distance, get a shot, wear a mask. Not healthy living, lose weight, take these supplements, get vitamin D to help strengthen your immune system so that you be more resistant to these viruses when they pop. But we need to be a healthier society.
Right.
So these things don't devastate us. And same with this. Why don't we promote, and then you started using our schools to promote drag story hour and identity. Why don't we teach our kids how to budget?
Yeah.
How to cook. Bring home economics back into into high school.
Yes.
Teach them how to take rice-a-roni meals and make them last. How to, cook on a budget. I made dinner tonight for me, my sister, and my mom. It cost me $17. We'll have food for 3 days.
Yeah.
And it's chicken, it's rice, it's simple, it's crock pot. I know you'd have to invest in a crock pot, but I'd rather see the government give people, here's supply, here's kitchen supplies, we'll make sure you have a working oven, we'll make sure you have a working stove, we'll make sure you have, a crock pot, an air fryer. Now you can go get your food and ingredients because the people, like I was telling you, the coworker I had, well, she's gone now.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, she was her last day. She's moving.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, hey, I should be able to afford steak. I can't even afford steak. And it's like, so you're entitled to steak? This is what I hate about ABT is that it's fast food. Mm-hmm. It's crab legs. It's steak items. It's ribeyes. It's porterhouse. It's the items that you don't need as essential items to live. So again, the whole program is being overloaded with waste and fraud by people who are able-bodied who choose not to work.
Yes.
A system that's screwed up and needs to be overhauled that doesn't give enough to supplement if someone's trying to be on their feet, but they need a little bump and help. To where if you do make any money, they won't give you anything.
Yeah,
you need to work
on. Right.
We need to work on that. To where if you're trying to better yourself, and say a mom of 2, and she can only get a job getting 30 hours a week and making $22,000 a year. Mm-hmm. She's trying. So let's give that bump to people like that. But if you don't have any job, I don't think you should get any assistance.
No.
I mean, with a diagnosable, like doctor order, like this person cannot. But then again, they should just get Social Security.
Yeah.
They shouldn't. Social Security benefits, not EBT or what. Like my sister is Down syndrome, but she was on SSI. They said you can get on food stamps. Like, why? We have SSI.
Yeah.
We were allowed to double dip, but did we?
No.
No, you shouldn't be allowed to double dip. There should be entitlements in place. Social Security. Okay, if you can't work, here's Social Security. Like elderly, make it last, and maybe not have 7, 8 kids. Maybe not have 4 or 5 kids. If you're gonna if you're gonna do the having the kid thing, if you're going to, I want to enjoy my having sex and doing all this stuff and enjoying my life.
Yeah.
Well, then when that happens, your responsibility now is to take care of that. It's not the government's responsibility to take care of the food and assistance and diapers of your family and your children. Like you said, it used to be an embarrassment. We grew up on nothing. Grilled cheese sandwiches, hot dog and sandwich breads. Mom would find a handful of stuff and make some kind of goulash.
Yeah.
Hamburger helper meals. Man, you buy 5 pounds of ground beef and like 10 packs of hamburger helper meals. They now sell hamburger helper in the little cups that you just add water to the line, put it in the microwave. You can get those. You can live on just vegetables. You can live on potatoes. You can live on fruit. You can live. Like what I do in the bakery, people, our prices went, oh man, that sucks. Nothing I sell in our bakery, the bread loaves aside, do we need? And if you go to my area, you buy muffins, cookies, turnovers, pudding ring.
Those are luxuries.
You're spending $25 or so to get those things. You know what you could have got for your family for $25 to feed them for the entire week? With rice, with some beans, with some canned vegetables, with some canned spaghetti, a packet of, I bought chicken thighs. It was 6 of them for $10.
Yeah.
You crock pot that with 2 pounds, 2 cups of rice, a couple cans of cream of chicken, which are $2 each. $16, $17 for less than all those bakery items that you just purchased.
Mm-hmm.
And you can feed that family of probably 3 or 4 for at least a couple days. So you extrapolate that out, you get you get a pack of the cheapest sort of pork chops. Those aren't going to be much. Throw them in an air fryer or an oven. There's ways to make this work. So yeah, I'm with you. These people with their iPhones and their painted nails and their extensions and their luxury items along their house and their big screen TV, their 65-inch TV.
Cars.
65-inch TV, their Wii, their PlayStation 5, their Xbox One, and they're sitting there bitching and whining because Snap might be cut off. It's like, well, if you weren't dependent upon Snap, then maybe this wouldn't be an issue for you. Again, we need to overhaul something to where we need to make sure that if you're trying, you still get enough assistance because it's hard.
Yeah.
But we need to, like, that was the whole point with the Doge stuff and the big, beautiful bill stuff is, with the Medicare stuff is, if you're able-bodied, you need to provide. And do the best you can, at least volunteer or go do something, and then we will supplement the rest.
Yeah.
But enough with this the government just raises you, takes care of you, pays for everything, because that's the rest of us that are paying for that shit. Everything comes out of my paycheck. And they never look at it that way.
Oh, they do. These people are like, your tax money should go to me. They're out there online saying that shit.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, and I'm like, you're fucking ridiculous. How dare you say that to someone who works and probably has to work OT to afford the living?
You both work and you don't have everything you want.
No, I mean, like, I mean, our way of living life and splurging is by going and doing stuff.
Because you work.
But we work for it. I have to work OT to
and
get
when you
to
do
these
that stuff,
events and stuff.
And when you do that, you probably have to sacrifice or cut back on something else.
Yes.
I would imagine.
There was a moment in time that I literally looked at my wife and said, peanut butter and jelly for the month.
Yeah.
Because we were
kind
of close.
Why do you think I learned peanut butter and pickle? Because that was a cheap way to have sandwiches every night.
And when we went out to dinner, and you told me that coworker said that, well, what did she say? It must be nice to have steak, or?
I should be entitled to steak.
Okay.
I should be able to get steak if I want steak.
And what the fuck is stopping you? That's my first reaction. Remember the look I gave you? I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I know.
Are you fucking kidding me? Because I remember being in college, living on my own in my first apartment, and I was still fucking buying steak. Even if it was with a credit card. But I don't think people understand, like, and this is where it really bothers me. I am not talking about the people who actually need the assistance.
There's some legitimate,
people
yes.
Because I get infuriated with these dumb motherfuckers on the phone doing like, oh, well, your tax money goes to me. I get $4,000 in food stamps because I have 8 kids, but you got a nice Nike shirt on, you got your ear pierced, you got your gold chain.
And you sure aren't skinny.
And you got like a nice haircut at a barber because it's not like, oh, I shaved my head or like something that even haircuts nowadays cost like $30.
I do my own. I shave my own head.
But I mean, like, how dare you go on there and say this shit? And meanwhile, like, I get infuriated because I have a dad who's dying. He is dying. He has dementia, Alzheimer's, and the fucking government won't even approve him to get a nurse. You have to pay $120 an hour to get a nurse. Okay? They want to put him on hospice in a medical coma. And like, guess what? You got to pay for that shit.
Yeah.
The man, I mean, I can't, if my mom can't get a fucking break and get a nurse, get some kind of assistant, and don't even get me started on how it was possible to get a disability, because we had to get a lawyer.
My mom went through 3 years in court cases.
Yeah, and like, you're telling me these motherfuckers get $4,000. My parents are living on one income. That's my dad's. My mom had to stop working for my dad, and it's just like, these are the situations I'm talking about. What about the veterans? Veterans don't get enough benefits. Or, like, they don't get food stamps.
My dad went through hell trying to get his medical done.
And retirees.
That's
don't
why they
even
commit
fucking
suicide.
get me started on that.
Vets commit suicide left and right because they don't get enough.
People who are retired, they still work. We're not going to be able to retire because we're going to have to still work. I'm pretty sure of it. They always say that. But, like, people who are retired literally living at the dollar store buying groceries. I've seen it. People are literally buying that, and I will never forget that man.
Which I've done. I've done my grocery shopping at a dollar store.
But it's not an issue. But what I'm saying is,
no, I'm just saying there's ways to do it.
Yeah, exactly. They figure out how to do it, but how sad.
Because people on Snap still want to go to Whole Foods and Sprouts. I knew a girl. She was on
Tomahawk Steaks.
No, I knew a girl. She was on EBT. She had 2 small kids. She just didn't feel like working because again the system is set up to where if she got work she wouldn't get this. But she went to Sprouts. So she would get 1 cart of stuff instead of 3 from a normal or a cheap or something like that, and then just whine and complain that she needs more EBT. She needs more.
No.
And she applied for more because once you start once people are living for free, it's never enough, and they want more. And
it's
you
greed.
better not mess with it because you're right. Vets, they don't get anything. They kill themselves. The elderly, they have to live on a fixed income. No one says anything about them. Developmental disabled.
Yeah.
My sister can't have more than 2,000 assets or she loses all her stuff because don't you dare keep your money if you're disabled.
Right.
You better go spend it.
Right.
But these people sit at home and they're bitching at the wrong people because this should never even be in place because they voted 13 times to reopen the government on a clean continuing resolution. But the Democrat Party, I try not to take sides more, but this case it's true. The reason why you're not going to get your SNAP benefits...
They are really making it so easy to not...
I even screenshotted it.
Yeah.
With what they want, what the Democrats want back in the budget and in the bills. It's all the Doge stuff. $24.6 million to climate resilience in Honduras. $13.4 million to civic engagement in Zimbabwe. $3.9 to LGBTQ and every other letter democracy grants in the Balkans. $2.9 to desert locust reduction in Africa. $2 million to organizing for feminist democratic principles in Africa. That is why we're not getting SNAP. Because instead of passing a clean resolution, even this 13th vote was just, let's just fund SNAP in the military. Democrats,
they said no to that.
They said no. Yeah. Our 2 Arizona senators
a temporary bill
said no.
That's how they would
because we should be voting single item bills just to say SNAP is running out. It's a Congress it's appropriations that can only come from, like, I think from Congress, from Department of Agriculture, wherever it comes from. The president's not allowed, and then a ruling comes down saying, well, no, the president has to do. It's like they don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because this is a power play for midterms. This is a power play. The Democrats have said, suffering is our leverage. Suffering is our leverage. And you know what I saw today on X? A prominent Democrat accusing Republicans of using suffering for leverage. It's like, you mother flipperoo, dipsy-doo mother... Seriously. You're going to do everything that is now on record that your side is saying, and saying it's the other side that's saying it, because you... Again, this 11th hour shit's going to piss me off. When we get to Monday night, and they come through, and the Democrats are going to say, hey, we'll vote for this. We'll vote for it through. We saved SNAP.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
We saved your economy.
Oh, yeah.
We saved your food. We saved your assistance. Remember that next November for the midterms.
How?
What did the Orange Man do? When he can't do it. This is a
He's
budget bill.
Been there.
And they're like, the House is on 5 weeks sabbatical because the House passed the damn bill. The House did their job and passed it, sent it to the Senate. The Senate, then Democrats had filibustered it, so now it's not a majority, it's 60 votes. And they need 5 Democrats, and they can't get 5 Democrats. Why? Because every Democrat is being told by their puppet master what to vote for and what to... Even if they wanted to, they couldn't, because they'll lose all their funding, they'll get primaried out. And the next, and so my main thing, what I wish we would do, this is what I wish we won't, because we don't have the balls to do this. What we should do, because, you know, we always say term limits, right?
Yeah.
Never happened because they'd have to blackmail a whole new group of Congress and Senators and all this people. Yeah, it's realistic. It would never happen.
Yeah,
So,
even though they're like dying.
So if we're this pissed off about SNAP, if we're this pissed off about EBT, if we're this pissed off about what our government is doing to us, kings, no king, whatever side you're on, I got a simple and elegant solution to this. Every single member of the House and Senate that is up for re-election, you vote for the other person. I don't care who it is. We vote these every but we won't do it. But even when it comes to, because they all have to primary. Mm-hmm. Every single one of them has to go through a primary. Mm-hmm. So say Mark, I'm just using an example because he's our senator, but Mark Kelly.
Fuck that guy.
And I'm just saying, let's take the names. Let's just take it out for a minute.
Fuck that guy because I saw he was.
Yeah, and he's China funded, so whatever.
Yeah.
And he met his wife in China. They put them together, and then she got shot in a safe way to perpetuate gun control. I understand the whole thing. He ran a business here. It went under. All these people lost their investments and their jobs. Nobody gives a shit. I get it. Why? Because Orange Man bad. We don't care about anybody else. We don't seriously don't care if anybody else has corruption. No. But what we do is when we come up, here's Mark Kelly against whoever in the primary, the other person. Whoever it is from the Republican side, the other person. You don't have to cross your party line and vote for the other party, even though I wish we would all go to independent and we would force them to change everything. Mm-hmm. No more Republicans, no more Democrats. We're all independents. What you going to do now? Yeah. Your move, mother. Yeah. But where people will like, well, you can't really, well, you can't. So my thing is,
we're not there.
We have the power as the people, but we're so locked into being pissed off and hating one another and arguing over every little damn thing. All we have to do is primary these bitches out. That's it. Don't let them back on the ballot. Don't reelect them. Put in an entirely new 460, 70 House members. Put an entirely new 100 senators into office. Watch them scramble. Watch the other country that owns us all scramble to try to now need to find dirt, money, pay for all the new members and get a bunch of new blood. It's on. That's the beauty of our system. We have the power to primary these people out and to not vote them in. These 80, 90-year-old senators and congressmen. Get them out. Yeah. I don't care if you know their name. Stop being lazy as voters and get some new blood in there instead of saying, "Snap's nice, Trump's fault." Shut up. It's the people who are holding the government hostage for your vote. That's whose fault it is. So don't give it to them.
And I love how I was doing the same thing. I didn't want to say, oh, the Democrats or the Republicans are doing it. I didn't want to.
Because it shuts people down.
Yeah, but like when you have AOC and Bernie Sanders up there doing a fucking town hall and going, people literally asking them, people who support them saying, we have people who are, I am not literally doing a live going, I will not get paid and I'm still working as an air traffic controller, like in the airport, I'm in the Army. What should I do? First of all, why the fuck are you asking them? You're an adult, figure this shit out, right? This is my whole point. Go do Uber. The press secretary said that there's so many people that are doing the extra work to get a paycheck. They're doing Uber, they're doing DoorDash. Sad, but that's called adulting, right? But at the same time, why are you asking these people for advice when they are against you? AOC and Bernie made it very evident, and I was heated. Remember I texted you? I was like, pieces of shit. Yeah. And no one people are still blind by what they say. They literally told you they don't give a fuck about the American people. And when someone said, oh, it sucks that you're not going to get paid, but this is our leverage, this is where we take back our power. Power for what? Because you're still going to do whatever the fuck you want. You're doing it now. And what bothers me is that this guy literally asked Bernie, well, why don't you guys not get paid? Or I read it somewhere that they said, why don't you guys not get paid? He's like, oh no, we have too many families that deserve it. How fucking dare you say that when this family over here and all these other people can't get money?
They shouldn't get paid if they're shut down.
If they're shut down, no one should be fucking getting
taxes
paid.
should stop. No taxes should be coming out.
That paycheck should go to these people that need the food.
Yeah. And the one thing I did see is, again, it has to get open, but Trump again was like, well, I'm trying to figure out, because he's trying to figure out the tariffs and everything, because he had to fund WIC for a while, and now temporarily, the military for temporarily. He's trying to give us, the people, back some money, $2,000.
Yeah.
And the air traffic controllers, military people, once this is done, they'll get their back pay. And I know that doesn't help now, but they'll get paid. So all they have to do is work with their landlord, their rental company, whatever, and say, I'm a government employee. And now, granted, what is the likelihood of a rental company being okay with you and working with you? Yeah. Little, slim to none, because corporate greed is just as bad as anything government. The private sector is every bit as ruthless. Right. Probably more so. But like I said, for me, it's... I don't think we're vocal and loud enough. Like 7 million people took to the streets to protest a No Kings, which we don't have. And then you want but you want him to be
a riot though.
But you want him to be a king and override the Constitution and the law and just give funding and bypass Congress. Which then you would say, look, he bypassed Congress, and look, he did. And somebody was like, well, if they took the money they were building that ballroom, it's like, that's private donor. Mm-hmm. That's not our money. That's different. They're like, well, these rich donors could give to food banks. Like, they probably do. Mm-hmm. And food banks, it goes to the higher executive levels. Do you think it actually goes to the food and the food banks? Yeah. You know, no. And that's another thing is there are food boxes out there. There are assistance programs out there. But Democrats won't go to churches to do it because that's, those damn religious people. Again, I know. They just want that. They don't want to work for it. They don't want to think for it. They just want it loaded on their card.
I will always say this, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, you were elected to serve the people, and you are doing jack shit. Instead, you're getting private corporations, or corporations that aren't even private, paying your fucking way. Money under the table. I posted a video on our Instagram. Katie Hobbs looks really fucking nervous about this. Like, if this doesn't open, or if we don't keep it shut down, like, I think someone's going to come after her.
Because she doesn't know what to do, because everything she does, she's told to do.
Yes. So, I advise you to go to our Instagram and look at that video, because she looks terrified. And I just think it is ridiculous that people feed into this whole, well, the Republicans are doing this. Look, I didn't want to pick sides, but the Republicans are literally standing there in front of the camera and going, we are trying to do this, this, and this, but unfortunately, Democrat, and they're getting tired of it because 13 fucking times. And
I just read to you a small sample of what the Democrats want back as a minority. Yeah, they lost the election. The people don't want them.
Well, they're doing a very good job because many people online are saying they're not voting Democrat.
This is their money laundering. They have no choice. This is why I feel bad for, not in a way, these Democratic puppets, because they don't have a choice. You mean to tell me that 5 people by now wouldn't have had a conscience if they weren't bought and paid for? There was no threats. Mm-hmm. Just 5 people just sitting around thinking about their legacy or whatever. Couldn't step forward and saying, yeah, we need to just kick the can down the road. I'm voting yes. Let's do 6 more weeks. Mm-hmm. You mean to tell me there's not 6 people in that Democratic caucus?
Not in the evil world that we live in right now.
I mean, there's a reason why this is the longest, and now we're dealing with this because, and again, I said one of the pandemics that would hit during the 2020s before 2030 would be a food pandemic.
Oh yeah, this is
a food shortage. Yeah. To create civil unrest, because what's happening in the UK and President Trump's he made another deal with a guy who's implementing digital ID in the UK.
Planet, what's his name? Like that. Someone with a P, and it's like the worst person to be dealing with, to be honest.
Between that, the AI groups, and UK is implementing digital. They're going to implement digital ID, vaccine passports, carbon. They're already putting carbon labels on their food and sandwiches.
Oh yeah.
And that's who.
And no one bats an eye.
No one's outraged about that. They still think it's conspiracy.
And it's right in front of your fucking face. And you still
I swear to God, they will implement these things, and people will still sit on their Instagram, TikToks, or walk around the city, or whatever, and say, "Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's stupid. Yeah. It's conspiracy." Yeah, and then they'll go to the store and, what do you mean, You've gone too over your carbon limit for the month.
You did a political post, -5.
No, it's like, seriously, like, you've gone over your carbon limit for the month. You can't buy that steak.
Yeah. But just wait. I'm just saying, just wait. But I really wish you weren't so. I wish some of these people weren't so fucking dumb. And I know. This is why I don't want to pick sides. I know this is all for show. This is, like you said, to set us up, and it's working. It's fucking working. Because I see the comments, I see the videos, and people still don't fucking get it. And I'm just like,
And the left is gonna take to the streets again, rioting.
Some people are going like, look, I don't. It's two. Was it birds of a feather? Like, they are saying it's the whole government. Yes, it is, but like, they are each. Right now, the Republicans are like living for this because they're proving. The Democrats are proving every point that they bring up, right? And they've been saying it, like women and children are suffering, but. Besides that, I don't want to pick sides, but it's like each side is proving their point. Like, it's ridiculous. And I just think, like I told Brian with his coworker that said, oh, I deserve steak or I can't get steak. Yes, you fucking can. And I told Brian that night too when we were out, do you know how many YouTube channels I follow that teach you how to eat certain couple dollars a day? $25 can feed a family of 4 a week.
Yeah.
Like, these are the things, being so fucking tech savvy, you're telling me you don't have Pinterest? You don't fucking go on social media and follow someone who meals preps?
They would have to work for that to happen. That's the whole point.
No, they wouldn't.
No.
They can use their fucking Snap.
To cook, but to cook and be food prep.
Oh, you mean actually do something.
They would have to do something because no Uber driver or no DoorDash driver,
Stop!
is going to enter their home and prepare their food for them because people, when they live on handouts, they are lazy and they don't want to do a damn thing.
Yeah, I am really...
Because I've seen it.
I'm
I've
astonished.
Seen it firsthand.
I really am. I'm dumbfounded, and I told Brian that is such bullshit to say shit like that because I have been to those grocery stores and there is a pack. It looks like a pack of wolves in the manager special clearance section of meat, and we're talking about ribeye, we're talking about ribs, T-bone steaks, we're talking about pork tenderloin, we're talking about all these cuts, okay, that you say you can't fucking get, and you can get 50% off. You can get. I went to Sprouts once, and I manager special because it was expiring in 3 days. 99-cent spring mix organic. You're telling me you can't fucking look for those kind of deals?
Drive to the more well-off areas, and you will find those things full because the people that have any little imperfection, they won't buy it.
They won't,
because they're too arrogant because they don't appreciate the fact that they can afford it.
Yeah.
And so they will have better cuts and better deals in their managers' markdown specials in the better off areas of the city. You're right. You go to the lower income areas, it's gone. It's sirloin, it's ground chuck, it's stuff like that. It's gone like that.
But I'm just saying, don't fucking come here and say like, oh,
I know.
I'm gonna lose my Snap. People, literally, a girl I follow on YouTube who does crock-pot meals every fucking day. She said, I'll show you how to do in the crock-pot for this amount a week. You have $25. I'll show you how you can feed yourself for 5 days. She shops everything at Walmart dollar store, and she writes down like she has a budget, and she literally is like, buy the beans. This is the most important. You can make so many meals with lentils. You can make so many meals with this. I am dumbfounded.
And you could do what I've done. I have a pantry full of shit because I've been hoarding and saving and stocking away for a long time.
How many times have we said prepare, backstock?
I don't have to worry about anything.
For reasons like this.
Even if the social credit score came into play now, I would have probably a year's worth of food sitting there.
So the biggest thing is, I got really upset last night because the intern was like, I feel really bad for these families. And I'm like, at first I was like, don't. Because she's talking about these TikTokers going on there. And I'm like, those are bullshit people. Yeah. They're cheating on the system and stuff like that. And then I told her, I was like, you're fucking telling me you can't take your 3 kids? I've seen people do it. Door dashing with 3 kids in the back because they're trying to make ends meet. I've seen people, and this is the other thing that no one talks about, because I haven't heard anyone talk about this, maybe like one person today. Did we forget how many, years ago, it gets brought up every couple of years, how people get caught selling their EBT for cash? And you're telling me you're on here going, well, I deserve my $2,000, and you're probably one of the people that sells the EBT for cash to get your nails done, to get your designer shoes, to get your cell phone. Like, that's all you said, the audacity. And it pisses me off that people are starting to feel bad, and yet you don't better yourself. If in this moment, let's say tomorrow, I wake up and I had no job, no nothing. I've always said this when it comes to being homeless. If I ever became homeless, I would be at every fucking place I could walk to and ask for a job. Are you hiring? I just became homeless. What can I do? What can I do to get some food? What can I literally would be so fucking proactive and depressed, but I would be doing something. And that's what bothers me. You said food banks. Yeah, where the fuck have you been? If you don't have enough to make ends meet, buy nothing groups all over Facebook, free groups that give stuff for free. You literally, people are sharing, hey, Bash's is having a sale on potatoes. You could get a 10-pound bag for $1.67. You eat mashed potato, sliced potato, baked potato,
and you'll be
like,
alive.
What the fuck? Yeah,
you'll be alive.
Like,
I had nothing, and look at me, I'm alive.
Are you kidding me? You know how many days there were times where I had just rice and egg.
You know my luxury item was for a while? Velveeta shells and cheese.
Yeah.
Not the store brand, but when I could afford Velveeta shells and cheese. That was when you knew I had a good week. Because I was running on $20-$25 a week for food. Yeah. Because everything else was for to have shelter, have a car, and get to work. And then if I saved and did budgeted just right, I could afford my softball leagues every 4 months. And then maybe I could put some money, a little bit of money away to take one trip a year.
No, people, they don't sacrifice the right way or the right thing. And it really pisses me off because we are so app savvy. And you fucking telling me you don't have rewards. I'm pretty sure since you use your EBT at Jack in the Box, McDonald's, I'm pretty fucking sure you got some points built up to buy a fucking family meal. I'm pretty sure you can get coupons. Remember when coupons was a thing? It was kind of embarrassing. You didn't want to hold up the line. But then people made a big fucking deal. Oh, I got all these groceries for 10 cents. You know? So you tell me you can't be like this? You can't be savvy like this? It bothers me because it's always the people that are taking advantage, ruining it for everyone else. They're exposing themselves, and no one gives a fuck. There's only a handful of comments that I see that people are like, are you fucking kidding me? My tax dollars and you get $4,000 worth of food stamps? Meanwhile, during COVID, I was an independent contractor and I couldn't get unemployment. Even though they said you can get unemployment, I couldn't. And it's not like those fucking $200 would have helped me anyways every month. It would have been nice to have. Yeah. But no, it just irritates me. Vets, people who are retired, mothers, families that actually need this shit, people who are on disability who need this shit, fuck them, right? We don't see them on here discussing their issues.
Everyone that's going to be out there on these activist rights,
and I really
hope
these people get arrested.
They're not the
no,
legit
they're
people.
not. And you can totally tell. And there's one woman.
And they're going to be hoarding food. Watch.
Yeah.
They're going to be hoarding.
Oh, yeah.
So if potatoes do go on sale, people are going to buy 10 bags.
Yep.
And then what are they going to do? Go online and sell them.
Yes. Yes, they will.
They're going to exploit this to try to make some money.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, there'll be people that'll suffer for it. The legit, but
go to the food banks. Use your fucking points, because I'm pretty damn sure I don't give a fuck. I know you got apps that you got free meals and coupons. Okay? You go to your friend's house. I'm sure you have a friend that can cook a big family meal. I mean, these are the moments where you test your friendships. Because I swear, just with the political stuff, I don't talk to people based off of their views because I don't understand them. So it's trying times. It really is trying times. And like you said, this is a setup to really try and take more control and implement things that are coming. They're already working on it. So if you're gonna go out there and steal, I hope you get caught. I really do, because you don't deserve it. You're being petty and wrong. It's wrong for all the wrong reasons, and they'll get away. That's the one thing I always, since the beginning of this fucking podcast, I have always argued: why do people who do wrong always end up in the riches? They get everything they want. They can do whatever they want with no consequences. We see it every day in social media now. So I really hope all these motherfuckers get arrested, because I want to see these people get arrested, go to jail. You end up with nothing. And I want to see all these people who are literally have the audacity to say, hey, landlords, I hope you saved last month's rent because I'm not paying rent this month. Fuck you. What the fuck are you even talking about? What do you do with my rent money? Do you use it on your personal expenses? Do you put it back in the property? That is, you are so out of place that you don't question that. You don't like the way the landlord handles things, or you want to know, go live somewhere else. So those people who are threatening with rent, I can't wait to see your eviction on live and social media. So this is why I'm so livid, because the audacity, and nice people and the people that need it always finish last. People who actually need this shit, they always finish last. Wouldn't you agree?
A lot of times, yes.
That's just what it seems like. So be safe. November 3rd is the date. We're gonna get our popcorn maybe and see what happens. But be safe. Go outside, get some sun, and touch grass. Okay, bye.